Dear students, today we will discuss unit number 7, The Gardener, written by P. Lankesh from your course book. The Gardener is written by P. Lankesh. P. Lankesh is an Indian writer and journalist who wrote in Kannada. His first work was Kereya Neeru Kerege Chelli. It was a collection of short stories published in 1963. His film Pallavi won India's National Award for Best Direction. This story, The Gardener, is originally written in Kannada language. This story, The Gardener, is translated into English by Professor H.S. Raghavendra Rao. Before we go to the text of the story, let me tell you the difference between the competition and the rivalry. Competition is an event that can happen with anyone. In a competition, there will be participants. In a competition, there will be a set of rules and regulations. Competition is healthy. Competition can be productive, and competition is a peaceful parameter. Rivalry, it is between enemies. No rules will be followed in rivalry. Rivalry is unhealthy. It can be destructive, and rivalry is always a violent entity. So here in this story, we come to know what competition was earlier turned out to be a rivalry between two characters. Now, look at the first line of the text. Elaboration can only impoverish this account and make it less authentic. The narrator is narrating the story in first person. Elaboration means explanation or explaining this account in detail can only impoverish means make poor. Explaining in detail will make poor this account, and it will make less real. Authentic means real. So he doesn't want to elaborate. He doesn't want to explain in detail. He conceived this story in a flash. This particular story, he got it at an instant. It has its genesis in his chance encounter with an old man. Genesis means origin. The story had its origin in a chance meeting with an old man. The narrator met an old man. The old man was standing in a coconut grove near Channarayapatna. Channarayapatna, it is a city in Hassan district. There, the narrator met an old man. He was there in a coconut grove near Channarayapatna. How was the narrator? His eyes, how was the narrator going to describe the old man? The narrator tells that the old man's eyes were suffused with strange memories and native intelligence. When narrator looked at the old man, he read his eyes. His eyes were filled with strange memories, memories of the past, and he carried a native intelligence. Native intelligence means he had the knowledge of agriculture. He was a tall figure, hair gone grey, a long beak-like nose, and a strong muscular arms. So physically, he was a fit person. So in one hand, a spade, this particular thing is called a spade. He carried a spade in one hand, and this one is used to tend coconut tree, and a newspaper tucked under his arm. He looked to be a laborer because he was carrying a spade, overseer, supervisor, manager, and philosopher. Philosopher means narrator felt that he looked for him like a philosopher, a person who would give suggestions. So he was all in one, all rolled into one. He was a laborer, overseer, and philosopher. In the first paragraph, we come to know that narrator introduces us to an old man, and he describes his physique, and he was a laborer, overseer, and philosopher. The narrator tells that this old man came to this garden one day. From where did he come? He walked hundreds of miles. The owner of this plantation needed a person exactly like him. The old man, he left his place and walked hundreds of miles and reached this particular plantation. And he saw the plantation and he shortlisted some shortcomings. He wanted to convey this one to the owner of the plantation, and a few words were exchanged. There was a discussion. The owner of the plantation appointed the old man in his garden. The old man stayed on. The old man was really useful to the plantation owner. The old man was expert or well versed in agriculture. He could understand the problems of workers. Earlier, the owner of the plantation worked hard to increase his income, but he was not so expert to stop the thefts in the garden. After the arrival of the old man, petty thefts in the garden came to an end. So naturally, there was increase in the income. The owner of the plantation became rich. So the income from the garden improved dramatically. There was a noticeable change in the lifestyle of the owner. Owner earlier, he had kept only 10 acres of wetland, and after the arrival of old man, his plantation went on expanding. So owner's lifestyle went on changing due to an increase in his income. But one thing was unfortunate. The owner became lethargic and shied away from hard work. Owner, he became lazy and he stayed away from hard work. All these changes were noticed by his wife. His wife, owner's wife, found these things very strange. So it was difficult for her to decide whether the arrival of the old man was for their good or was for their bad. Her husband became rich, he became wealthy, his social prestige also was gained, and not only that, he got a number of friends in next town and the equal number in his own village, but he had very little work to do. So his life became crowded with colorful events. So when he became rich, he started spending his time in enjoying life and to gain more status in the society. Here, he did not pay more attention to the plantation work. He stayed away from the work, and all the work almost was looked after by the gardener, the old man. She became apprehensive. She was fearful about his adultery and umpteen other vices. Adultery means maintaining illegal relationship with other women. Umpteen other vices, many, umpteen means many, vices means bad habits. So, here, the owner of the plantation's wife was fearful about his adultery and other bad habits. So, all these he cultivated lately, and he acquired influence also. Their farm earlier was merely 10 acres. Now it has been expanded beyond imagination. So they became very rich. Earlier they had only 10 acres of land. After the arrival of the old man, he worked hard. 30 thefts came to an end. And as a result of this, the farm grew beyond imagination. So that was fine. But the owner of the plantation has fallen in his life. His life was gradually getting out of his hand. The owner of the plantation, he always involved in bad habits. This was a great worry for his wife. When she was in a fix, when she was in a difficult situation, one day, old man met her and he behaved as if he knew all about her unfortunate situation. So he smiled at her. He offered a tender coconut from a nearby tree. He sat on the embankment of the well. Embankment means stone wall built around well. She had no alternative. She sat next to him. The sun was slipping away into the western horizon. So here it was sunset time, and he offered tender coconut to her, and the old man began his narrative. He wanted to tell her something so that she could correct her husband. He started his narrative. Till here, we come to know that the writer, the narrator, narrates the story of the old man. He describes how old man is, and he tells the nature of owner of the plantation and what is the worry of owner's wife. Now, this story, the gardener has a story within a story. So it is a story within a story. First, it is the story of the old man, and the old man is narrating a story to the owner's wife. So the old man began his narrative. Till here, the author narrated to us. Now the old man began his narrative. He starts. Once in a far off place, there was a man called Tammanna. Tammanna had everything. He had 10 acres of wetland. Tammanna had a comfortable house. People too ready to do his bidding. People obeyed him. The most important among all his possessions was his rival, Sangoji. He began his story. The old man began his story to the owner's wife. He tells that in a far off place, there was a man called Tammanna. He had everything. He had 10 acres of wetland. He had a comfortable house. People would obey him. And among all his important possessions, one was his rival Sangoji. So after proceeding this far, so after telling this, the old man started fumbling for words, as if he had done a mistake. She was listening. She felt that all that was not her concern. The owner's wife was not interested in the story of the old man, but she doesn't want to hurt the old man, so she sat there quietly and continued to listen the narration or the story of the old man. The old man continued. No, his name was Sangoji. It was not Sangoji, it was Basavaya. So here he started fumbling for words. Here he corrected. He corrected that Tammanna's rival was not Sangoji, it was Basavaya. So because here he tells that facts take on such varied guises when they are narrated as fiction. It is very difficult to narrate the facts as a fiction. So I conclude here. The remaining part of the story will be continued later. Thank you.